Hi, Hannah here. I was going to do a video of my top reads for the past 6 months. I'm not going to include August in this because August is still going on and I hope I can cram a few more books in before the month finishes, so I hope you enjoy. My top read for January was Persuasion by Jane Austen. I'd never read it before, this was my first time reading it this year and I really enjoyed it. One of my goals for 2021 was to try and read all of Jane Austen's books, which I have. I've read all the novels now. The only thing I've got left is a few of her short stories. My top book for February was The Big Short, which was based on the financial crisis of 2008. I've seen the film, I love the film, didn't realise it was a book, so managed to get it on my Kindle this year and it was amazing. It had all the information of the financial crisis but without making me feel like an idiot for not knowing it. My favourite book for March was A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J Maas. It's the second book in the A Court of Thorns and Rose series and it was just mind-blowing. It's August and I'm still thinking about this book. It gave me such a hangover. If you haven't read it, you need to get onto this series now. My top book for April was The Last Continent by Terry Pratchett. This is a Discworld novel, but it's set in the Discworld's version of Australia and it's around the wizards. It's a wizard story and it was so funny. I really recommend this. I think it could be a standalone in the Discworld series, so if you want to jump into the series, try this one. My top read for May was House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J Maas, a Crescent City novel. This was just amazing. I was borrowing it from the library and I loved it so much that I had to go to Waterstones and get my own copy, and then I realised I needed it in hardback, so I've got many copies of this book now. Just wonderful. Urban fantasy, which I've never read before, but I really enjoyed it, so I think I'll have to look into other urban fantasy books. My top read for June was Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas. That rhymes. This year has been the year of the Maas. I've never read any of her books before and I think she's now one of my top 5 authors. This was incredible. I'm actually going to reread it in September in a buddy read on Instagram, so I'm really looking forward to getting through the whole series. My top read for July was Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I think that's how you pronounce her name, I'm not sure. I had this book on my Kindle for a few years, but I didn't realise it was part of the Grishaverse, so I read Shadow and Bone trilogy from the library first and then I went into this one. I much preferred the Six of Crows duology to the Shadow and Bone trilogy. They were both good, but the Six of Crows was just a bit more grimy and dark and I enjoyed that. My favourite book of the year so far is this Crescent City, the Sarah J Maas novel. It just blew my mind and I can't wait to reread it again. I think the next book comes out early next year, so I'm definitely going to plan on rereading this in December or January time. Let me know if you enjoyed it as well. Thank you. Tell me what your favourite for the year so far has been. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.
Year of the Maas.
My top read for July.